Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So for this one, I'm just going to put up an image, honestly. It's going to be one of those ones where you just sit back and listen. We're going to talk about the new game mode, and I'm going to give my honest opinions on it. So hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new. That being said, so, when the game mode dropped, I was initially really hyped for it. I thought that it was going to be a good mode, of course, like everybody else. It's not really like a new mode. It's just kind of like a new event, I guess, but still, you get my point. So as far as it goes, I was really hyped for it. And I dropped my video and I was like, wow, okay. This is challenging. Like I was like, this is legitimately challenging. But in the back of my mind, I was like, if I'm struggling with this and I have a stacked account, I don't whale lord as much as I used to, right? But I have a really good account. So that being said, I'm like, if I'm struggling with this, I just feel like most people probably can't beat this. And even if you can beat one stage, there's 10 different stages. It's like, well, how are people it's virtually impossible, right? For the people that don't have stacked accounts, at least equivalent to mine. And God forbid, you have every LR in the game, and you still can't beat it. That's a different thing because, at some point it comes down to luck. You got to get those additionals in like everything else. You got to get those dodges when they count and, those crits and stuff like that. But still, I just feel like that's not necessarily fair. I guess it wouldn't have been that big of a deal if they dropped, other difficulties on there too per stage, because at least at that point, people could get a competitive chance. But part of me really empathizes with the concept of the mode, because the concept of the mode is not, hey, I only want to be beaten by, whales and people that have stacked accounts. But it kind of is at the same time, as funny as that sounds, because what it is it's an end game material. It's meant to be something that you grind up over the course of your time playing Dokkan. It's not meant to be something you get done, this weekend or next weekend. It's meant to be something that you strive to beat, which in nature, in theory, isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad mode for that reason. I think that the main complaint is that people just simply can't run through it, and we're all used to just running through every event that they drop, and that's perfectly fair, right? That is a perfectly fair criticism of this, because it went from Dokkan's difficulty with this stage, and it only really will apply to this stage, went from, 1 difficulty to like 100, literally. And it's like, whoa, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. But for example, I don't believe this stage is Super 3. It's listed as Super 3, but I'm like, all those bosses, that's like probably Super 5 material, to be completely honest. It's like Super 5. And that's not even a thing in this game yet. I feel like that damage cap is way too far ahead. Also, you're locked into using specific typings, so you kind of get penalized, right? Especially if you're a free-to-play player. There's a whole nother dynamic to it if you're a free-to-play player and you don't have a stacked account, because, free-to-play can still get lucky. I've seen some free-to-plays with like 5 LRs pulled and stuff, so it's like, you can still get lucky, but I digress. So, you kind of get to a point where it's like, seems like you're penalized because, well, even if you can beat this one stage, there's 9 other stages with 9 different teams. You can't sit there and bring the same team to each event. You can't bring your fusion category team that you rely on, to beat these events. You can't bring whatever team you want. But that's part of the reason why it is what it is, because, say, for example, you don't have extreme tech, like me pretty much. I don't have extreme tech because I don't have the Broly or the Goku Black. So it's like you don't have that. Well, then now you want to probably go build it so you could beat that stage. And it's like, I can understand from that perspective, but I feel like it kind of just feels like most people will just never beat this, and we'll kind of just move on, because let's be completely frank, the Gohan is cool, right? The Gohan leader skill is cool, but I think everything else about him is subpar. Now, he's definitely, even setting aside the leader skill, he's definitely one of the best free LRs in the game, simply because they're all bad. Like, I'm sorry, your Hercule is bad. He may tank, that's fine, he's bad. I'm sorry. Your androids, they may hit for 800K. They may hit for 1 million on some random stage. They're bad. Hercule, Piccolo, he's bad too. They're bad, right? So I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but that's just the reality. They're old. They're not so good. That's just the reality. But aside from that little mini rant there in regards to them, he's definitely going to be a good unit, but it kind of just feels like it's not worth running. It's not worth running. It's not worth the grind, right? It's not worth the effort, but it is what it is, right? And I want to completely make sure that everybody understands that that's what this is meant to be. It's meant to appeal, I guess, to that 1% player base that has spent the time to play through the mode. And it really fits in line with what this is. And if you look at the 1000 Day Goku, he completely fits that exact same mold too. It's literally This event and that Goku are catering to the people that have spent the time playing this game. That's all this is. So, you know, you may have played a long time, be rank 300, but this is being targeted at the demographic of Japan players that are ranked 500 plus, 700 plus, you know, have 100% LRs and stuff, and they're still having difficulty. So it's like, oh man, I don't know. But I can completely understand why you guys would be frustrated, and I don't want to say that it's unwarranted, because it's not. You're completely in the right for being frustrated. I feel like the game mode is too difficult. I feel like if I'm having difficulty with it, and you guys have seen my account in like every video I do, then you guys are definitely having difficulty with it. And even if you're not having difficulty with one stage, you're going to have difficulty with another stage at another time. It's just what it is. So that's pretty much it, man. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Again, just a quick discussion. I hear you guys, man. And like I said, my initial video was hype for the mode and stuff like that. And Alex feels the same way. You know, Alex got a lot of backlash, but, you know, the Game Claw doesn't really, he agrees. Like, he didn't realize at first that there was like 4 bosses and stuff like that. These stages they're something else, man. So anyways, I'm not complaining. I personally don't have a problem with the difficulty. If you have a problem with the simple reality is you can simply just like skip it and not play it. But I can empathize with the people that want to play it but just can't beat it. So anyways, have an awesome day. Thank you guys for the support, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys.